Perfect. Fabulous. So here we are, Wednesday, weekly Wednesday workshop. Having practiced, said that once or twice now. And today we're going to be looking at planting some seeds of and generating more creativity and innovation. And when we think of creativity, our minds usually instantly jump to things like music, poetry, cooking, gardening, art, just all those creative things, which instantly for some people can put up a barrier. They go, oh, I'm not creative, I can't do that. Well, hopefully a little bit of this workshop is about you can realize that you can do that. And but creativity is an integral part of all that we do. When we get up, we're creating our day by what we choose to do. When we dream, we're creating dreams. And so it's very hard as a human being not to be creative. Even if we decide, right, I'm not going to be creative today, I'm going to stay in bed and do nothing, we're creating a space where we can do nothing. So it's really difficult to escape creativity. And of course, creativity is, yeah, there are the practical things, but then the art things and the music things. But then if your job involves you doing something that involves a bit of thinking, how am I going to do this? How am I going to approach it? That's creative. You know, somebody that builds houses is creative. Somebody who helps people do X, Y, or Z is creative, because you have to be creative in your approach to how you find solutions. And so when we talk about working with creativity, we're not just talking about artistic creativity. We're talking about enhancing our innate creativity as human beings, which helps us problem solve better. It helps us be more creative. It helps us explore what we like more in life, because we can be creative with our thinking about what we want to do to see whether we enjoy it or not. And obviously that's the feedback the world gives us that helps us learn more about ourselves, when we enjoy something or when we do not. So that's the theme for today. And you may discover after this that you just notice that maybe in one area of your life there's a little bit more creativity than there used to be, or maybe in a few areas, or maybe in several areas, and you can discover that as the week goes on. So we're going to begin by just getting comfortable. Having a fidget, bit of a stretch. That's right. I'm going to start with kind of a meditation type thing. I like doing type things because it's less defined, which means you can get more from it. So let's begin by taking 3 wonderful deep breaths together. Breathing in, hold it, and breathe out. Breathing in, hold it, and breathe out. Breathing in, hold it, and breathing back out. And if you've not done so already, just allow your eyes to close. And just return to your breath. Gentle rise and fall. Your own natural rhythm and tide, and follow your breath all the way in. Imagine you're breathing down into the pit of your stomach, or even down into your feet, just to encourage your body to take a deeper breath. But nothing should be forced. Whenever we meditate, we shouldn't feel that we're doing. It just is. We're just being. And just tell yourself, I'm going to relax. I'm going to let go of the worries and stresses of the day. I'm going to allow myself to drift into a state of mind where I will get the most of this session today. Because it's something that I'm doing right now. Just breathing. And I want you to allow your mind to fall upon a memory of a time when you have been creative. And remembering, creativity isn't just art. Creativity can be looking at the house and going, oh, I'm going to have a tidy up, and creating a nice space. Creativity can be problem solving, maybe a challenge you've faced, difficulty, something you've had to sort out, and you've found an interesting and creative way to get around it. Or it may be a moment, a time when you've been creative, either writing or painting, creating music. Another aspect of creativity is innovation. So maybe there's a time when you've taken something and you've thought creatively about it and you've enhanced what it does. Taken that idea and made it more than. Just like you do when you plug into iMeditate and you can work through the exercises and workshops, and each time you're innovating with yourself, you're taking little bits of learning that resonate with you. And by integrating them, by working with them, by testing them, trying them out, you're being creative with yourself. And you really can be creative with yourself in wondering who is that person that you are not yet. We are the authors of our own stories, of our own lives, so we can create that person that we want to be, creating how we want to feel, how we want to be in different situations. So just finding that memory, and once you've got it, just step into it. Step into it and just be there now. Doing whatever you're doing, seeing what you're seeing, hearing what you're hearing, feeling what you're feeling as you're being creative in that memory. And whilst you're being creative, just notice how it feels being creative now. Is it a relaxing feeling? Is it an energized feeling? What are the thoughts that go through your mind as you're being creative? Doing whatever that is that you're doing. And as you continue to be creative, notice where you feel that creativity within you. Where does that creativity start? Between every thought and every idea, we have a response within our bodies. So if you've ever had to get up on a stage, maybe you got butterflies. So the thought is, I've got to get on a stage, or, oh, my life, there'll be all those people, and the body responds with butterflies. So when you're being creative now, where do you feel that creativity within you? And as you become aware of that place, wherever that is for you, that you feel creativity now, I wonder just how much deeper you can go into that sense of creativity. And allow that sense of creativity to begin to spin and flow within you, moving round and round within you, picking up speed. As it picks up speed, get it moving to the point where it picks up its own momentum. Like it feels you're no longer doing that, it's just flowing through you. Flowing at such a pace that no matter how hard you try, you cannot stop it. That creativity spins and flows within you. And now I want you to think of an area of your life where maybe there's a difficulty or a challenge. An area where you feel stuck or like things aren't going quite where you want them to or hope they would. And as you're thinking of that situation, that challenge, whatever that is for you, I wonder where you notice that within your body. Where do you feel that challenge, that difficulty? Could be an arm, could be a leg, could be in the back, could be in the head, could be in a knee. I don't know where you're experiencing that sense of that challenge or difficulty. But just become aware of that and give it a color. Give it a color and give it a shape, simple shape. So now you have that wonderful sense of creativity spinning and floating within you, and you have this shape, a colorful shape, whatever color that is for you that represents that challenge or difficulty. And I want you to just ease that color and that shape into that flow of creativity. That sense, wherever you're feeling it, of that creativity spinning and flowing within you. Remember, you can try to stop that flow, but you find you cannot. It just continues by its own self. As you move that challenge, that problem into that flow, and begin to allow that creativity to flow through that challenge or that difficulty. And notice what happens. Notice how that feels now when you think about that challenge. Allowing that creativity to flow through all aspects of it. And maybe as that creativity starts to flow through all the aspects of that part of your life, whether that difficulty or that challenge is, maybe you can begin to see new and creative ways that you can move forward, allowing that creativity to flow in aspects of your life where in the past maybe it did not. And I wonder how many pathways in and around that challenge, that problem, you can begin to notice. Maybe if I did this, maybe if I did that. What if I approached it this way? What if I stepped back from it? A myriad of possibilities as that creativity flows through. And notice what happens to that color and shape when it's infused with that flow of creativity. And I mean, you could put that challenge back where it was and feel as you used to about it, could you not? Or you may choose just now to easily leave it where it is, allowing that creative aspect of you to work with that challenge, that difficulty, that problem, to find new and creative ways to move beyond it. That's right. And so try and see that old challenge, that old problem in the same light as you used to. And notice how it is as you begin to feel that creativity flowing there, where there maybe was not before. I wonder just how much that creativity can help lead you forward more positively with whatever that was a challenge or a difficulty. That now you can see the opportunity to create something new in the future, something that gets you beyond that and moves you into a more positive place in that aspect of your life. And I wonder how it can be now that that creativity flows within you. And I wonder just how much more deeper you can go into this now. As your unconscious mind rides that wave of creativity, finding new ways to take you deeper within, riding that creative wave. And maybe you don't have to do it now, but maybe you can begin to imagine, to picture a you a little way in the future, maybe a day, maybe a week, maybe a couple of weeks. A you that has that creative flow, flowing into more areas of your life. Just imagine that you. A you that has more creativity in all aspects of life. In your thinking, in your doing, in your problem solving, new and creative ways to feel good now, new and creative ways to discover more positivity. See that you. Notice how that you moves, how that you looks. That flow, creativity spinning within that you. Drift into that you. See what that you sees, hear what that you hears. Get a feel and a sense for what it's like to be that you now. Able to approach life with more creativity, more innovation. Really try that you on. Hear the thoughts, sense the feelings, see the world the way that more creative, innovative you does. And as you're trying that you on, you notice a you in a few months' time. Because the beauty of creativity is once we start, we cannot stop that creative process, and it can snowball and get stronger and stronger for us. So see you in a couple of 3 months' time, having discovered even more areas where you can allow creativity to flow through all aspects of your life. See that you. With that much creativity flowing through you, you can begin to enjoy even the challenges. Because rather than seeing as negative, they can become acts of creativity, acts of creation, of innovation. Things that used to seem difficult or depressing or hard work can suddenly seem more exciting when you have the opportunity to be creative now with how you approach them, and see that you in 3 months' time, discovering even more ways that creativity can enhance and innovate your life. And step into that you. Try that you on. Get a feel for that you. See the world the way that you seeing it, and hear life the way that you hears life, and the thoughts that go through your mind as that creative you now. That's right. As you try that you on, you notice a you in 6 months' time. A wonderful flow of creativity moving through you at all times, moving through all aspects of your life, enhancing all aspects of your life, from problem solving to having fun. Because when we're more creative, we can discover more ways to enjoy ourselves. We can discover more ways to explore foods we haven't tried. We can explore new ways of listening to musics that we haven't before listened to, as well as discovering that we can look at the problems and challenges of life, and when we see them as a creative challenge, what's the thoughts, what's the actions, what is it that I need to create that then I need to do that will allow me to go beyond where I have been now and discover a more creative, more happier me now in this time. Stepping into that third you, just really get a feel for that. That's right. And now I want you to bring back every insight, understanding, every lesson, even if you're not consciously aware of it yet, to bring back everything that future you knows, sees, and understands, that allows that creativity to flow through your life now. into all aspects of your life, illuminating the shadows with new possibilities, lifting the light to make it even brighter, more rays of potential shining out through your life. And begin to integrate all that now, making that a part of who you are. All the lessons learning, all the learning lessons, all the insights that allow you to bring that creativity into more aspects of your life now and moving forward. And the beauty with creativity is, unlike art, which some of us are told we're no good at, or music, which some of us are told we're no good at, no one ever tells you you're not good at creativity. No one judges your creativity when you're just allowing it to flow. And I wonder just how much more that creativity can flow throughout your life now. I remember as a child, we used to go up to Church Stretton, go and play in the streams. We'd build dams and create pools behind the dam that we could all sit and paddle in. And all the time that water was flowing, it was finding its way through the obstacle of the dam that we'd create, rock piled upon rock, creating this wall, this bridge. But that water was able to find its way still, sometimes over, sometimes through, little hole here, little hole there. And that flow was able to continue on down, even though it felt a little stuck at times, but it would build and it would build, and eventually it would build that much pressure that those stones would just tumble down and that flow could continue. As that creative flow can continue to flow throughout your life, in and around the obstacles, leading you further along. That's right. So in a moment, I'm going to just count us from 1 to 10. 1 is where we are now. 10 can be eyes open, feeling relaxed, grounded. But that wonderful sense of creativity will continue to spin and flow within you now. And there's nothing you have to do. In fact, do not even have to remember that it's there. So you may remember to forget about it or forget to remember about it. But however it is you forget about that flow, it continues to spin and flow throughout all your life. A wonderful creativity, allowing you to tackle all challenges, all obstacles, to flow within and over and around, to find new solutions, to feeling good, being you in a wonderful and creative way. That's 1, every cell, fiber and muscle of the body coming back to normal everyday waking consciousness. 2, allowing that to spin and flow within you. 3, feel a whoosh of energy from the tips of the toes to the top of the head, energizing, refreshing, revitalizing, feeling good. 4 to 5, take a nice deep breath in. Feel that wonderful oxygen filling the mind, the body, just feeling good. 6, 7, coming back up, back out. 8, 9, just imagine it's a nice hot day. We haven't had too many of those this year, but imagine it is, and you're stood beneath a fountain of clear crystal water, and it's so refreshing, feels so good. 9, and in a moment, when you're ready to embrace more creativity in all aspects of your life now and discover just how creative you can be in life and how that can improve how you feel and see things, when you're ready to discover all that and much more, then on 10, open your eyes, stretch, have a fidget, be back here, feeling good, be here now.